Saying cash is king. Never has that been truer in 2023, as governments and corporations encourage us to stop using cash notes and coins. New research from Link, the cash machine people, published in the Daily Mail, shows that more than half of the public have had their cash rejected by retailers or been discouraged from using it in recent weeks. The dash towards a cashless society is affecting huge numbers of shoppers who want to make purchases with coins and notes. People are now struggling to get pounds and pennies accepted in restaurants and cafes, and whilst paying for parking. You've got to use those terrible apps on your phone. Back to me, folks. Now, for some, tapping your credit card on a machine or waving your phone may be quick and convenient, but the technology comes with huge risks. Take a look at Nigeria, for example, Africa's most populous country, which is seeking to limit the amount of money citizens can withdraw each day. The Central Bank of Nigeria hopes to cap withdrawals from ATMs, banks and cashback purchases at around £30 a day. This according to the Associated Press. Now, they're partly doing this because they're facing a cash flow crisis, but partly because they're seeking to transition to a cashless economy. Terrifying. In my view, this is part of a wider campaign at government and corporate level to kill cash altogether and potentially in time transfer all of us to a digital programmable currency controlled by the state. As with the pandemic measures, the push for a cashless society is an attack on people power. If you have cash, your spending habits cannot be traced and your funds cannot be frozen, in the way, of course, that they can with a digital currency. Don't forget that tin pot dictator Justin Trudeau, Canada's tyrannical premier, who froze the bank accounts of protesting vaccine mandate truckers. Well, he couldn't have done that with cash. In terms of a cashless society, all roads lead to China. It's the worst case scenario, the thick end of the wedge. Chinese citizens are part of what's called a social credit system, in which people's money is controlled digitally by the government. They've got virtual cash in their virtual bank accounts, access to which is linked to good behaviour. And with facial recognition cameras everywhere, the Chinese public can lose access to their money for the most minor indiscretion. If someone is spotted littering or walking home drunk or not being up to date with their vaccines or guilty of some other perceived crime, this fully digitised system will punish them immediately by stopping them paying for goods in the supermarket or from buying a train ticket, the stuff of nightmares. With a cashless society, the control is transferred from the people to corporations and the state. And in a cashless society, how can you give your nephew a tenner for their birthday or leave a couple of pound coins for that waiter or waitress that served you so nicely? How can you help out a homeless person that needs a few quid to get by? They don't have machines. What about the wonderful informality of a retired pensioner cleaning your windows or doing a bit of gardening and receiving a crisp £20 note as a thank you? A cashless society will spell the end of the informal, discretionary economy. Cash is human. Cashless is inhuman. Come rain or shine, if you've got cash on you, you're secure. If we allow a cashless society to happen, that could spell the end of your financial autonomy. Don't believe me? Well, ask those Canadian truckers, or the children's pressure group Us for Them, or the Free Speech Union, both of whose funds were blocked by PayPal. Their great crime? Being critical of COVID measures. Welcome to hell. Cash is indeed king. Always has been, always will be. Beware the outlets offering the snake oil convenience of cashless and fight this at every turn. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. Au revoir, flexible friend.